Good morning. Hello. I had to kick my daughter out, so I'm a little bit late. Like, go, 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 go. So hopefully I can make it to this video without her coming in today. But if she wants to say hi, I guess she can say hi to you guys. um, so today I want to talk about my favorite teaching things. And it's kind of fun going back to some old pictures of my brick and mortar classroom to see what did I use in the classroom when I taught kindergarten for 5 years in the classroom, and then maybe what I've been using lately online, which is some of the similar things. I'm definitely going more minimalist online now than I was a couple years ago when I was starting and I had this whole gathering of props and rewards and all that stuff. So let's dive into the classroom first. But first, let's say hi to the chat box. Good morning, Teacher Casey. Yay! Thanks for coming today. Um, I probably will have similar things than you do, but also different things. So anybody who's watching live or unrecorded replay, whatever, please let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite teaching things? I know I'm going to skip a few of your favorite things because I'll give you mine kind of short and simple. So what do you agree with or disagree with? And what do you like to use in the classroom or don't like to use? I don't know. I don't care. So let's get this shared. I went back through some of my old pictures that I took, and so here's a little bit about what I like. Here we go. Okay, so my favorite teaching things. So here is a glimpse into my classroom when I first moved in. There are things on the counter. I kept a lot of those things on the counter. I had wonderful, huge cupboards. In fact, that big cupboard in the end fit 2 filing cabinets inside the cupboard. So I had files like crazy in there. And so when I left the classroom, I kind of picked through my favorites, kept like one master copy of everything, threw away the spare copies because I wanted to reduce it down for future use. But yes, cupboards are awesome. You need some kind of storage space in your classroom. Huge thing. What I did in future years is I actually labeled all the cupboards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then drawers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I sometimes put things on the outside of what was in it, but I could just tell my assistant it's in cupboard number 7. She'd open 7 and then she'd find it somewhere in there. So I tried to keep things kind of organized so I knew which cupboard things were in, which drawer things were in, which lower cupboard things were in. Um, that way I could just tell anybody, go drawer number 2, and they can get whatever they need to get. So that was cool. Another thing that I like to use were these pencil boxes. So we had our supply list was somewhat given to us and somewhat not given to us. Like the school did supply some supplies for us, but I did go ahead and buy some things for my students. So I would check out like Staples and Office Depot, and when they had these pencil boxes for like a penny each, I just bought a whole bunch, and I'd go to another store and I'd buy a whole bunch. So my cap of students is usually about 20 or less, so I didn't mind spending 20 cents. But sometimes they have a limit of 5, so I'd go to another store and get 5, or go the next day and get 5 more. But in each one, I had 2 pencils with their names labeled on them, the eraser, and the 8 crayons, like the 8 most popular colors. And then I put these boxes in their desks, and I actually had little trays that I don't have right now. But so that was their inside their desk. And then every Christmas I replaced it with new pencils and new crayons, but I try to have them stay as long as I can with the ones that they had. Favorite teaching resource? Books! I inherited a ton of books, and then I gathered more free books as the years went on. So this is me trying to organize my books because when I got them, they were just all thrown in that cupboard. So here's me sitting down. Well, I was sitting down, then I stood up to take the picture and organizing them into groups. And we have a guest. Can't stay away, can you, hon? Okay, let me go back to the comments real quick. So let's see what you guys said. I cleaned a lot and extras went in my garage. Then we moved to a house with no garage. I sold and gave away everything. A fun thing though, a first year teacher came, picked up everything left. That is awesome. So I, when I left my classroom almost 6 years ago, I reduced it down to probably about 8 big plastic bins worth or boxes worth, some cardboard boxes, a lot. I took a lot of the books with me because the teacher already had things. Hey, sweetie, don't push the mute button, okay? I want to be able to talk to my friends. uh, so she already had everything. She was a veteran teacher, so I could take whatever I wanted to out of the classroom. Hold on. Leave this alone or you need to leave. Do you need to leave the room? Okay, don't touch. Thank you. So I was able to keep most of these books because she had a lot of books coming in. So these books are now in our living room for my 6-year-old to read. So I knew I was going to save it for a long time because I was newly pregnant when I left. I'm like, it's going to be a while before we get to these books. But now we're there. Okay, let's head back in and see. Oh yeah, when we moved to this new house now, I went back through my teaching supplies and reduced them again. So now I'm down to like 3 or 4 boxes or bins. And so every time I go through it, I reduce some more going, nah, I can just rebuy this again, or I don't need to have duplicates of this, that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go back. Outside play. Yes, you see a slide. You see a blue slide, yes. Outside play is super important. So we spent a lot of time outside. Yes. So we actually had 3 recesses a day. We had a morning recess, a lunch recess that somebody else took them for that, so I could have a little lunch and prep period, and then afternoon recess. And I think outside play is so good. And so sometimes when it was a nice day and we are kind of done with everything, we stayed out longer. We were only supposed to be out there for maybe 20 minutes, but some days we'd be out for an hour because we were done for the day and they were having fun, and the first graders would join us. And you want to go to that playground? Yeah, it's a fun playground. Yep. So outside play is one of my favorite things to do. See what else we have here. Math stuff. I love math manipulatives, things that they can work with their hands and sort things and build things. And this is just a sampling of different items that I had in my math cupboard that we brought out at different times. Super fun. Yeah, you see all kinds of things there, huh? And then one craft that I love to do at Valentine's Day was to melt crayons. It did stink, but they're fun to give away to the moms and dads for like a Valentine's Day gift. It says, "Be my Valentine for crying out loud. You color my world." Ha 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 ha. But it's fun to use all those broken crayons that we've been gathering throughout the year, chop them up small or make them big, and then melt them together. And then using whatever we have. Like one day at snack time, this kid just made these numbers out of their goldfish. I'm like, I love it. I love creativity in the classroom and where the kids just use their own things to make their own stuff. And I think that's so cool. Like, why not use what you have and just make it fun. So my favorite things are just when kids out of the blue say, "Look what I did, teacher." I'm like, that's awesome. So that's it for there. Um, so, hey, teacher Casey says hi to you. Oh, you're done. Okay, great. I knew I was going to make this video without her. The fountain hearts are so cute. I know. So they were fun to make every Valentine's. And I also had other things I made. We made a space unit, worked with astronomy. I just kind of was given a lot of different odds and ends, or I would go to a teacher store to grab things, go, what can I do with this? What can I make with this? So those are awesome. Things that I used in the classroom as well as online are magnets. Magnets are my best friend. So if you have a whiteboard, see if it's a magnetic whiteboard. And you can go to Walmart and get these little magnets, and then you can put paper on your whiteboard and then move it around, and the kids can move it around and they can take the magnets off and on. So magnetic whiteboards were a huge friend, because then I could have the paper on there and then I could draw arrows to it, and it's just easier for them to kind of, one day we had a sorting activity and sort by this or this, and so this moved things around on the board. So these little magnets are fun to use. And then this one, this container was from Dollar Tree a couple years ago, and it's magnetic on the back too. So it can just stick right there on your board. Here online, I use a bunch of these cookie sheets from Dollar Tree so that I can have, magnet things here, as well as they're great for science trays if in case you make a mess. I don't always bake with them because they're really cheap, but they're $1.25 now because it's Dollar Tree. But I have a whole collection of them now, so that's a good thing to use in the classroom if you want to get one per student for whatever, or for a science center, or you could do it a couple of them in your classroom online because they're small. You can hold them up. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, this is a fun one that I got from a yard sale. My principal had one of these tape dispensers in her supply closet that we could all use to get, whatever roll color tape we want to have for whatever supply we want. But one day I stopped at a garage sale, which I never do because I always spend too much money. And I went there and everything was teacher stuff. It was like a teacher had retired and go, I'm going to sell my teacher stuff. I'm like, oh, I hit the jackpot. So I went away with bulletin board things and posters. And then this was like the best find ever because I think I only paid $10 for the whole thing. Like each piece of tape is probably like $2 each, and who knows how much the stand is. And so we used it recently when we moved because we could label all of our rooms in a different color. So that was kind of fun to reuse this on a different reason. And so that I know when the boxes came in the house, I could tell the hard workers, go put it in the master bedroom, go put it in the girls' bedroom, go put it in the garage. So I could tell them where to go by the color. So you can use that for anything. Let's see. Teacher Casey says, I love magnets too. I sometimes use cookie sheets or magnetic whiteboards. Yes. I got some nice handheld, had a handle on it, magnetic whiteboard. It comes in a pack of 5 from Amazon. I kept one when I moved, and I gave the 4 back to my daughter's kindergarten teacher from last year, going, I don't need to have 4 for my online classroom. So please use this in something in your classroom. Find a center for it. She goes, these are awesome because there's double-sided magnetic boards, and I have it somewhere. I haven't unpacked it yet, but they're really cool. So yes, magnets are a great friend. In fact, she's playing with the magnets right now. She's like, look, mommy, I'm going to play with them. See? Awesome. It keeps the kids busy too. So those are my favorite things, or a sampling of them. What are your favorite things in the classroom? Please leave it in the comments below, and I will come back in a few days for day number 3, whatever it is. I'll have to look it up to see what it is. So have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming by, Teacher Casey. Can you say goodbye to your friends? Bye, everyone.